Right, okay, Mixing Wednesdays back again. It is quite late at night. I'm not going to tell you what time it is. The missus is away camping, so I have just been rattling videos all night. So I have decided to do a comparison based on one of my favourite compressors of all time. I thought, know what, Ultramarine, I love the Fairchild. It's one of my favourite plugins of all time. Can I get that any better? So, Puigchild versus Acustica Ultramarine. What's the best Fairchild? Right, okay, so Fairchild, yes, Fairchild is one of my most favourite plugins of all time. I love the character of it, I love like the roundness of it, I love the weight, I love the mojo that it adds. It's just a special compressor, and even just running it through the signal, it does something, and I love plugins like that. You can use it on bass, but I normally use it on vocals. I have it on my vocal bus and I chain it off. Again, not a lot of people do this, but I do it because I like the sound. I chain it in parallel off my mix bus. But obviously Acustica Audio, again, I've been doing lots of videos about Acustica Audio, and lots of people have said to me they prefer the Ultramarine, but the two sound very, very different. So I was like, right, okay. So I wanted to do a test to see if I actually prefer the Ultramarine, or is the Fairchild genuinely, the Puigchild, that good to me that I'm not going to change. Yes, let's get into it and actually let's see what these things sound like. Right, okay, so let's do this test. First on Mixbus. Right, so I've tried to set it as close as I physically can. So the Puigchild, this is Jack Joseph Puig's. This is the one I've been using for close to 5, 6, 7 years now. I've got it set to about maybe say 3 to 5 to 7 dB at some peaks, and I've got the lat at 1, which is normally the way the time constant is the way they normally set them, and then I've tried to keep it the exact same on the Ultramarine. And yes, before anybody asks, I have made sure that the pre is in. Always remember on Acustica plugs, the pre is really, really important, especially the sound. And then what I do is I have the Fairchild linked off my mix bus, and what I've done is, this is not going to sound like my single Settle Petal, as I had to take for CPU. This thing is an absolute killer. Okay, it's mental, it's really crazy. So what I've done is I have taken all of this stuff I had off here, and then I've had to mute nearly all of the mix bus stuff. So again, I've got it chained off the mix bus. So again, I've got them sent to buses, again in parallel, pre-fader. And then what I've done is I've brought the volume up on them just so you could actually kind of hear the sound of the compressor. This is just the mix bus without any Fairchild. So let's hear what the Fairchild, the Puigchild, does. Okay, so this is chaining it off. It's about 5 to 7 dB compression. As you can hear, it's basically giving this like harmonic saturated smear across of it. It's a lot of colour. You've kind of lost a bit of clarity, but I think that for what it's losing in clarity, it's making up for in colour and kind of like harmonic richness. It's very rich. In comparison, let's hear what the Ultramarine is doing in comparison. Right, so what am I getting? I'm getting definitely more punch, and I've got more clarity. There is a little bit more saturation. It's definitely warmer. So where the saturation and harmonics comes in with the Puigchild, I think that the Ultramarine gives you a little bit more clarity and punch. I'd say there's definitely more punch in this thing. So let's do a test with them back, forwards, back and forwards. So we'll start with Ultramarine, then back and forward with the Puigchild. Right, so side by side, the interesting thing is that there's this high mid thing that the Puigchild has. I don't know why there's a difference. The guitars kind of sound a little bit more muddy to me with the Ultramarine, and they don't come out as much. But this, you are getting more low end weight, and there's definitely a much more punch with the Fairchild. So there is more clarity, but there is definitely more, to me, more saturation and harmonics, all rimmed with the Puigchild. So the interesting thing is how these stack up in parallel against the mix bus, right? So let me bring in the Puigchild, okay? Yep, got them both on. Let's bring in the Puigchild and I'll show you how I use it. So it's quite a good little test to kind of show you how you can actually do parallel compressors off your mix bus. So this is the Puigchild bringing this in. So let's bring in the Ultramarine and see what that sounds like in comparison with the mix bus. I just didn't feel it does anything. And again, I've already done this test, so I know that's the way it is. I'll play it one more time, guys. Look, just listen to it in and out. Again, we know the volumes are the same because we've done the separate test, but in the mix, I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. Again, let's try it again. It's definitely bringing in the low end, but can you kind of hear this almost like this kind of phasey thing going on? I don't know what it is. It's like, I don't know, you can hear it in the guitars. It's like there's a little bit of slight little delay, and it's starting to sound a little bit phasey bringing up in parallel. It's like it doesn't really like it. So the low end's definitely tighter. I think it gives you a tighter low end, but overall, the Fairchild is better, and I could bring it up, down, and it's not really affecting the mix that much. So for me, mix bus, this thing is an absolute winner. But it doesn't have the low end weight that the Fairchild, the Ultramarine does. But for me as a mix bus, what I want it to add, this is an absolute killer. So surprisingly enough, I do prefer the Puigchild for the mix bus. So let's try it on vocals. Right, so for this test on the vocals, what I have done is, now this is lead vocal and backing vocals as well, and again, they've all been pre-processed. So I'm going to add in the MJUC from KLANGHELM, just in case anybody goes, I love the MJUC. How dare you not use? There's a Fairchild preset, so I am going to use a Fairchild preset to show you. I didn't do it on the mix bus because I'm going to tell you right now, it's not very good. It's not. It's just not very good. How I use it is the Mark II and Mark III. That's how I use it. If you're using the KLANGHELM, guys, use the Mark II and Mark III. Swiss Army knife, honestly. Two amazing compressors. Just not very good. But I thought I'd show you just for the bants, eh? Right, so I've got the Puigchild and I've got the Ultramarine. Again, kind of set similar again, time constant at 1, and I'm probably doing about 3 dB of compression. So let's try the Puigchild. So this is the vocals without any Fairchild.
The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract me. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract me.
Right, okay, so we know how that's in. So that is the vocal without any Fairchild. So let's start adding the Fairchild in, okay? So let's see. So we'll start off with the Puigchild.
The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't. The girl over there thinks she likes me.
Already, they are all very, very similar. But what I'm going to say is I did use a little bit of a short one to begin with, right? And then what I want you to do is I'm going to do a longer passage the second time around. I want you to hear the backing vocals, right? Which one is bringing out the backing vocals more? That's the thing that I need you to ask yourself, okay? So listen to the backing vocals and listen to which one is tightest for the backing vocals to the lead vocal. So this is the MJUC, then we'll work our way up.
The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract me. Yeah, giving the eye out to get. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract me. Yeah, giving the eye out to get. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract me. Yeah, giving the eye out to get. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract me. Yeah, giving the eye out to get. The girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract me. Yeah, giving the.
Now, can you hear this noise that the MJUC adds? It's horrible, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's adding this like horrible distortion. Listen closely and listen. You'll hear it. You'll hear like this distortion, this noise that it's adding.
Out to get prey. I think she's wondering how to make me see I'm the man of your dreams, never let you go. You think that I'll understand? I'm off my face to know. I can't remember your name.
Right, in comparison, right, to say the Ultramarine.
Oh, the dress you wore. I think 4-5 was a place where it began to show. When she asked me to step outside, she said I could be there by your side. And I said no, maybe because I don't want to see you. Maybe because I don't want to be with you. Maybe because I'll probably forget you.
Did you hear that there on the probably? It was like with the plosives, it just kind of brought out this horrible, nasty noise. So I'm just going to take that right out, guys, right? I don't want you to focus on this. I want you to focus on the Ultramarine versus the Puigchild to see, is the Puigchild going to win out again? Is there enough of a noticeable difference? I'm just going to carry the song on and just going to bring them in, okay? For me, just now, the Ultramarine is gluing better. It's got a better glue to it. It's got more weight to the vocals. It's thickening it up more, and it's bringing it a little bit more to your attention. I think it's kind of got more of a focal character. So let's just roll.
That girl over there thinks she likes me. It's such a shame if she doesn't attract to me. Yeah, giving the eye out to get prey. I think she's wondering how to make me see I'm the man of your dreams, never let you go. You think that I'll understand? I'm off my face to know. I can't remember your name or the dress you wore. I think 4-5 was a place where it began to show. When she asked me to step outside, she said I could be there by your side. And I said no, maybe because I don't want to see you. Maybe because I don't want to be with you. Maybe because I'll probably forget your face.
The Ultramarine for me is definitely clearer, and on a vocal you want it to be clear. You don't want to add any more mud. I feel like the Puigchild is definitely adding in this really nice character to the vocal, and it is bringing it a little bit more to your attention. But the Acustica Ultramarine does it with a little bit more oomph. The low end's better, the thickness is better, and it's clearer to me. It's definitely got more glue to it, so the backing vocals are definitely more glued, and I just think the Puigchild sounds a little bit weak in comparison. The vocal sounds stronger with the Ultramarine. So for me, they're very close, but the Ultramarine, I definitely think there is enough of a difference there to say yes, it is better on the vocals. Right, so that was interesting, was it? I did not expect that I was going to have 1-1. I thought it was going to be like I either liked one or the other. So that was interesting how the Ultramarine, I preferred it on the vocals or on the mix bus. I can't change it. The Puigchild's the Puigchild, man. It's just crazy. It's just mental what that thing does. I like videos like this where I'm kind of showing that I'm not biased one or the other. I'm an honest reviewer. That's what I do. If I don't like it, I don't like it. If I like it, I like it. In this case, I liked one for one use and I liked another one for another use. So yes, it's another Acustica audio plugin that I need to buy because it is. I do need it on vocals now. Now I've heard that it is going to make my vocals better. The more you can get that vocal to kind of sit out in the mix, the better. So yes, I hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, what your favourite was. So thanks again, guys. Thank you very much for all your support. Like, subscribe, main thing. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers, and I'll see you again on Mixing Wednesday.